EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Washington Commanders and our home team. Along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. We go three tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Unlock right, unlock. Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Now it's the Arizona product that is Ja'Cory Crossky-Merritt. And he's going to be stopped out at the line to begin this ball game.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
19, 79 Broncos. Ready, ready?
Throwing now, Daniel. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 15 yards through the air. Good for a Commanders first down. Daniels with a give to Crossky-Merritt. An attack is going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate...
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Brown.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive. Play action. Here's Hurts. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. These two moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 5.
Great, set.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. That's That's enough for a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On play action, here's Hurts. Moving to his left. This is caught at the 2. And he's going to be taken down after a big 2nd down pickup. But we do have a penalty marker on the field. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And he's in. Touchdown, Orlando. That is the first touchdown this year. Jake Elliott now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Golden Eagles will take a 7-0 lead.
7-0. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
A run to begin the drive, and it's Krosky Merritt. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
Tackle. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Right back to Krosky Merritt. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Press on me. 19 Tiger.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. This was incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
So the message this coach is sending to his huddle is very clear. It's, hey guys, I got all the confidence in the world. We're going to be aggressive all day. We're not afraid to fail. We are going to try to score on every possession. And as a player, you can't help but love that.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get them the ball.
63, 63, 63. Tiger Hornet. Hey, easy. 63, 63. Bang. Go silver. Ready?
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. He'll get back to Jalen Warren. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Silver, silver, silver. Alpha, alpha, alpha. Bang.
And they'll throw here with Hurts. Right back to Warren again. And to be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter.
Elton, set. And anyway, that.
To the air again. Hurts. He'll let this go towards the end zone. Don Dodson was the intended receiver there. It's 2nd down.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Trimmer.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That one batted away in the end zone. Incomplete. With coverage where you need it most. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
He'll go again here from the 10-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Hurts again. Moving outside the pocket. Off he goes, and he's into the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Golden Eagle. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
The kick is good.
So you look back a week ago, Mike, and that tough loss, and you can already see this is a much different group. There's a different focus, there's a different clarity, there's a different operation in and out of the huddle. They look sharp, motivated, and 2 drives later, they've got 2 touchdowns, and that's exactly how you draw it
The
up.
Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Start the drive with Krosky Merritt. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll get that to his tight end, Ben Sinnott. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
That's good.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the give, Krosky Merritt. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. Sidney Brown, they're on the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
19, Charger, 19, 79 Broncos.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniel. That's over the middle and intercepted. He gets free. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Cowboy 80. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
They'll throw with Daniel. He connects with Jordan Addison. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So a big one there to start the drive. 36 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Up the middle, Krosky Merritt. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it. I can't keep going. Watch him do it. He's a vibe outside, off from the music. Hey, what they on?
Come on. Hit. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Mustang 19. Cut up.
On 2nd down, it's Daniel. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And he's in.
Daniel's pass.
Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Commander.
Touchdown, Washington.
What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Commander is 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he gets this close to the 40. That's the veteran safety, Marshawn Lattimore, bringing him down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Off the play fake. Hurts. A throw on the move is caught. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. It's 3rd and 4. On play action, Hurts. He's got his man. Right side, it's complete. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35.
First down.
It'll be a pickup of 10. And that will be a first down. They run out of the gun with Barkley. Finding room to the 20. And he will get into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. First down, Orlando. On is Elliott to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Golden Eagles add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Let's go now.
On first down, Daniel. That's to the right side, and it's Sinnet. Taken down, they need 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42.
Now Daniels. To the middle of the field, taken in by Addison. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. Clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break.
24-yard gain on the play.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Moves to 2nd and 10.
To the air again is Daniels. That's a short one caught by Sinnet. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15.
It's a gain of 20.
That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
At the 14-yard
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Keeping in the air, here's Daniels. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the offward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Throwing again. Daniel. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Now timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
79 Broncos.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And at this point, they need all the points they can get. So kudos to them coming away with 3 before the half. And I think they're going to need an overall better performance offensively going forward if they plan on pulling off this second half comeback.
This fielded at about the 9. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here comes a return from the 5. And a decent return there. They get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
On first down, it's Hurts. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
26,
From our 31. Here is 2nd and 8.
The pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
Nine. Go Silver, ready?
Now Hurts. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. Incompletion.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On third down, here's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's a really good effort on third down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down.
Trimmer.
They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
And a great job here by the defense, being strong up inside, forcing the ball carrier to have to bounce this out towards the sideline, and he can't get the corner, and they come up with a huge fourth down stop.
On first down, Krusty Merritt has it. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
Jalen Phillips on the tackle. A gain of 2.
Okay, ready?
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Daniel. He's got this on target to Addison. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's good for
A 19-yard pickup there. First down, Washington.
19 yards.
Here we go.
First down, Commanders.
They'll motion the slot man right. Now Daniels throwing on first and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Throwing now from the gun. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Uncomfortable to the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
And 10 yards to go.
79 Broncos.
That one taken in to the end zone. Jalen Lane. Touchdown, Washington.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
The kick is good. Makes the score Golden Eagles 28, Commanders 17.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Hurts to the air on first down. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
That's good.
6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
At the 37
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
No touch. No.
On play action, here's Hurts. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Here comes second and 4.
Great.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Here's a third down and 4.
Crowd left Yanni. No touch that. Anyway, no touch.
Here's Hurts. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll get this down to the 2-yard line. First and goal as they convert on third down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
73. Great. Set. Anyway, there. Alpha. No touch.
Hurts now. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. That is second TD catch of the season. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Golden Eagles will extend this third quarter lead.
17. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Let's go now.
Daniels now on first down. Oh, in trouble.
uglier than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive lead. The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. He's got a man. It's McClure. And he will score. Terry McClure. Touchdown, Commanders. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and through. And the Commanders are able to edge a bit closer.
Commanders 24.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
And they're on 35-yard line.
Go Silver, ready? Trimmer.
Hurts working in the pistol. Wells, another catch for his favorite target. And he's out of bounds here. It's a big pickup at the end here of the 3rd quarter of play. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Fourth quarter starts, and it's a run for Barkley. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the Commanders' 43-yard
They'll run. It's Barkley. And a much better result here. Give him 7, and it sets up 3rd down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
He'll throw on 4th down with Hurts. That's caught. Outside. It's complete.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
We'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. The throw on the run is complete. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
And he'll take it on in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Orlando. Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Golden Eagles will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
42. Commanders.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Crack roll 80.
The motion man here is McClure. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Ready.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg their 2nd pick-6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick-6, but to get 2 pick-6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 1st down, Daniels. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there. Defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
Ringo on the coverage.
Get it.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that gets him a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Commanders' 1st down.
Throwing now, Daniels. Forced to his right. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down. Aiden Hutchinson in there to bring him down. And that's his 1st sack of the year. Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. This one batted in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Golden Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And really the story of the day for this offense, Mike, is it's just been far too many self-inflicted wounds. You're not going to overcome being reckless with the ball, inconsistent with the passing game, and beat teams in the NFL. It's just not going to happen, and the bad day at the office just continues.
That's a dozen. Catch number 12 and a 1st down. On play action, Hurts moving left. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack, but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Alpha, alpha, alpha. Again,
Hurts. And that is sweep. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Fourth down. Here's Hurts. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders forced the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
Even though that interception, it probably won't have much of an impact on the outcome of the game, but at least defensively it gives them something positive to build off of, because up until that point, this game's been a struggle.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked up by Keely Ringo.
I think this is one of those interceptions, Mike, that when the ball left his hand, he simply just didn't even see the corner, and now they're playing what they call cover three. So that corner, he's responsible for the deep outside third of the field, and he's just playing in space, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he just threw it right to him.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Play action. Here's Hurts. Got his man at the 6. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. And that's going to do it. It'll put him over 200 receiving yards in the game. What a performance. That grab also comes with a first down. That one pulled in by Brown.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Another one from the 5, second down and goal. Hurts will try it again. Out to his right. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up third and goal. And no signal. Didn't look like he got there. He did not. And now the tension mounts. Fourth and goal. Hurts. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Here's Elliott for the extra point. Now, how about this? It's a fake. And he's going to take this into the end zone. I wasn't sure we'd ever see a fake extra point again. But this one works. So instead of 1, they get 2. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. And it's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10.
Let's go now.
On the handoff, it's Krosky Merritt. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Try again. It's second and 10.
At the 23-yard line.
Krosky and Merritt to run again. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's third down. Now a second timeout called by the defense. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. afternoon. Good for a first down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Cowboy 80.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. That's caught downfield. McClure brings it in.
It's a gain of 35.
Now whistles and timeout. Go figure. Not sure the point of this. Going to stop it. 4 seconds left in the game.
Back. Ready.
Here we go. One final play. That is caught at the 3. And will be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They get the home